Hi, my name's John Randall, and I guess you'd consider me an old school windsurfer. I'm in my 50s and I just picked up the sport again after not doing it for about 30 years. I live in Victoria, Australia, and it's winter of 2023 down here in July. And over the last few months I've been lucky enough to pick up some good old Mistral sailboards, something I could never afford when I was a kid. I've got a Mistral Garda, a Competition, a Maui, and a Malibu, and they're all in that sort of 1984 to sort of 1987 era. Each of the boards has got different problems, the Garda being the one that certainly needs the most work. So what I've decided to do is make this video to show you how I've approached fixing some of the problems. And I'm going to cover everything from cleaning, which is a huge part of restoring these boards, through to things like making a new nose rubber, rebuilding the mast track systems, rebuilding foot straps. I may or may not touch on some of the hull repairs. I've got to admit that I've been very lucky with these boards I've got. There's not much required in terms of hull repair. That's been one of the good things. So starting with the Mistral Garda, it was a really it was in really sad shape when I got it a few weeks ago. It had been used as a sup board and it had been sitting out on the top of somebody's shed. I was really lucky. I got it for free, which is great, but it needs a lot done to it. It needs a nose rubber, it needed all the sup pads taken off, it needs the whole track rebuilt, where the mast connects, lots of things. Another one that I've got is the Malibu, and it's actually in pretty good shape. I mean, apart from being faded, really all it needed was some minor hull repair and some new foot straps. So I'm actually going to do a session on how I've approached building my own Mistral foot straps. And apart from that, really just need a bit of a clean up. So I'm excited to get this one out on the water. I think it's going to be a super fun board, and some of the skills that I've used on it get used on the other boards, like the Competition. And the Competition is looks like a great board. Again, it needs new foot straps. The mast track was in good shape. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to build new mast bases so I can use my Europin style bases on this board and the other boards as well. One of the things about all of them is all of my boards share the same first generation Mistral mast track, which I know some of you are kind of rubbing their heads going, why doesn't he just replace it? I guess I'm a bit of a sucker for old school stuff, and I sail in a really safe place, so if something breaks it doesn't matter. Cleaning was a really big part of that Competition, and you'll see me refer to it, I guess, in the future as I create new videos. The last board that I'll talk about, but not much, is the Mistral Maui, which is a board I've always wanted. This one was in fantastic condition, and really all I've had to do to it was give it a clean with a rag, put a new foot strap on the back, and I was so lucky that it actually came with the original foot straps plus a spare one. And one of the foot straps that it came with just needed repair, and I got my local sailmaker to do that. So you won't see a lot about the Mistral Maui in these videos. It'll be more focusing around the Garda because it's the one that kind of needs a bit of everything. So I hope you find these useful. Feel free to email me if you've got experiences repairing these old boards, or if you've got some other suggestions and ideas. I'd love to hear them.